feel like Mike Jordan. Give me the rock and I'm scoring. Hey, came from the bottom, that's scoring. I swear that I'm up for the sun in the morning. Oof, hey, I gotta flex. I need a Nike bag, give me the check. I need the money and power, respect, but I promise I'm repping the O to the dead. Hey, oof, I told them out of my way. I don't got nothing to say. Now they can't run at my pace. Yeah, they know that we ain't the same. 402, we rap the game. I told them this ain't a game.
Cheers to that crate video. I gotta be honest with you guys, I am extremely excited in regards to how that video ad turned out. Now, a little bit of back history in regards to crate performance, why we shot the ad, the gear, and the overall workflow in regards to this particular video. Now, about a month ago, I had the luxury of being able to go to Crate and shoot roughly a similar ad to what you guys just saw, but more for the daytime and a little bit more of a video that was catered towards Crate as a gym and some of its kind of day-to-day activities or like classes that you could take there. So I had a chance to at least see the venue or the space in the last filming before I showed up this time. Now, one thing that I had discussed with the owner and operator, Gretchen, was that I loved the first video and I think it fulfilled the kind of whole need of kind of a quick glimpse about video of crate performance. But this video, I had in mind that I really just wanted to make something that was over the top and really just made their, athletes look pretty badass. So I coordinated with Gretchen, the owner, and basically came to find out that Friday was going to be a great day to shoot. And not only that, that they closed and wrapped up their kind of whole gym and their courses at 7 p.m. So I happened to show up at 6 p.m., giving myself an hour to kind of set up, but also to give myself an hour of the people that I was going to be filming with seeing me kind of do my thing, get a little bit more comfortable with the cameras and the lighting being in the operation before I decide to pull them in at 7 o'clock and hit that record button. I did have the music ahead of time, which took me roughly about an hour, and that gave me a little bit of a jump start into knowing what kind of the vibe and feel was going to be. Also, I knew that I had my LED lights, and I had seen in past gym videos where people had taken them and kind of mounted them to the actual pull-up bars or just anything in the gym. I figured that with the particular space that we had and as far as framing went, that it was going to be best with actually 2 LED lights, and I gaff taped them to the actual pull-up or the workout frame, whatever you want to call it. And then I ran my extension cords behind it and also gaffers taped them to the floor. Now, if you're not familiar with gaffers tape or you're wondering why, really I'm taking this black tape, putting it over my extension cords really to hide them. Also, I needed those LEDs to be mounted to those posts, and because the gaffer's tape was black and the posts were black, it made it kind of a little bit more seamless in regards to the lights being hung on the post. As far as my key light, you guys can see I use my Genray bicolor LED Bowen's mount, whatever light with my big dome on it. Now, this was going to be used as the key to really light my subjects, whereas the LEDs were more visually appealing, but also were going to be my backlight. Now, a little bit of a side note, and you guys can see here in the BTS, I did also try to get a little bit of a backlight on my subjects with the Aperture Mini Light Storm, or whatever it's called. That was way off, out of frame, kind of as a spotlight on the shoulders. Really, you're not going to be able to tell much, but when I did kill all the lights, I did notice that it was definitely putting some light on my subjects. So that was kind of going to be our lighting situation, and my whole theme there was I didn't want to go too over the top, but I wanted nice lines. I wanted to bring that particular area where they were going to be doing all the lifting and all the pulling and pull-ups, you name it. I wanted to kind of bring that to life, and the LEDs did that. So once we had all of our lighting set up, really I just needed to work my camera angles, figure out which glass I was going to be using, and also get the fog machine hooked up. Now, a little bit of a side note, while a fog machine might seem silly, really what it's going to do is just create some more it's just going to bring your environment to life and kind of add to your video production. I don't really have a good explanation for it other than I just find it really does make my shots look better. So now that we've got the fog, we've got our lighting, this is where, of course, I'm going to be filming with the Panasonic GH5, but I had brought several pieces of glass that I was going to be switching between or that I thought that I might use. So I had the Old Faithful 24-105 Canon f4 with the Metabone Speed Booster. I also brought my 12mm Meki T2.2 cinematic piece of glass, my prime lens, whatever you want to call it. I brought this strictly for a massive wide shot, and I definitely ended up framing up the shot with this, but I kind of ended up finding that throughout the whole shoot, the 24-105 was really going to be the option that I stuck with, and that was mainly because a lot of times I was having to either go from a big wide and go in tight, take it off the tripod and move in. So I found that the 12mm was for stability. I've got lens stabilization on here, so that was going to be nice. And I just knew with shake, I was going to have better results in regards to the 24-105 rather than the 12mm. So just as a little bit of a disclaimer, I found myself using the 24-105 pretty much the entire time. Now in regards to the Panasonic GH5 and the profile that we were shooting log. Really just have been dabbling with that recently because it's just so much easier in regards to color grading and making sure everything looked pretty much seamless and matched. As far as ISO goes, ranging anywhere from roughly like 600 ISO all the way up to, I think the most I ever did was about 3200. As far as frame rates went, shooting a combination of 24 frames per second, kicking up that shutter just a little bit, but also shooting some 4K 60. Trying to be honest as possible here, shooting 4K 60 is something I don't normally do, but I had kind of done some research and it seems like a lot of people that shoot fitness tend to do that. So switching between that 24 frames, that 4K 24, and also that 4K 60 gave me a nice little bit of footage to kind of flirt around with. One thing you'll see is that I did have 5 different people that we were going to be actually shooting, having them perform whatever was going to be basically a workout that we're very comfortable with. I wasn't really looking for people to max out or anything. We are looking for performance. So it's a combination of how clean can you do the workout, and also can you perform in regards to, can you give me some facial expressions? Can you kind of exaggerate your emotions or your movements? Really, this is what I was looking for, and also trying to encourage people to do whenever we were filming. Also, you kind of see in the BTS, everyone will start out of frame, come into frame, and then they will do their workout. Now, this was to give me the ability to have some flexibility in regards to post-production. Did I need everybody to walk into frame? Probably not, but it was nice to have. And then it also gives the audience a little guide into how this particular individual was going to do their, I guess, quote-unquote workout. So, Panasonic GH5, 24mm or 24-105 f4 Metabone Speed Booster, a camera from 2018, a monitor that I've had for years, a fog machine, some roughly like $60-70 LED lights, a $200 bicolor Jinray Bowens mount LED light, and an awesome crowd of people to film. Great. Thank you.
I feel like Mike, Jordan, give me the rock and I'm scoring. Ay, came from the bottom, that's foreign. I swear that I'm up for the sun in the morning. Oof, ay, I gotta flex. I need a Nike bag, give me the check. I need the money and power, respect, but I promise I'm repping the O to the dead. Ay, oof, I told him out of my way. I don't got nothing to say. Now they can't run at my pace. Yeah, they know that we ain't the same. 402, we rap the game.